Elvis. Oh, I love you so much, Elvis.
Oh my God, the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. Hi.
Hi.
I see Danielle and Scotty B.
Hi.
We'll explain that 300 behind his head in a moment. And there's Straight Nate, and I see Gandhi, and Andrew is here today. Hi, Andrew.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Hello.
Great to see you.
And there's Gary.
Hello.
And, is Garrett coming in?
I guess he is.
Okay.
I mean, there's space for him at the table.
Okay, very good. So we have lots to cover here on the... I'm sorry, Nate. Are we keeping you awake?
Sorry, I've been holding that one in for a while. Had to get that out.
Oh my
Wow.
Sorry for the yawn. I'm sorry for the yawn.
Wow. I think we have some things to cover here. I forgot what they were, though. Does
Well,
anyone wanna
the reason
remind me?
Andrew's here is because they were making faces or something, or they were.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, while we were trying to do the show and
Bless
talking
you.
about stuff on the air, I looked into the serial killer's studio, and Andrew and Scotty B are laughing so hard they look like they were trying to find oxygen. It was like really bad.
I can tell
What
you
were
what
you guys talking about that was so funny? Share it with the class.
Okay, well, so on the big show, you were talking about Cascadian Farm cereal, and you asked me about it.
Yes.
And it's actually Cascadian Farm, not Cascadian Farms, but I didn't correct you. But I always correct Andrew when he says it wrong. I say, no, Andrew, it's just one farm. And he's like, you would never say that to Elvis. Exactly.
Oh, did he do the Elvis impression thing?
Yes, and that's why I was laughing hysterically, because he did the whole thing.
And then I added something new to it. I said, Elvis. Oh, I love you so much, Elvis.
Oh, little kiss
You
ass.
sound like Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo.
You do sound like Mr. Christmas, Mr. Hanky. So let me ask you a question. Do you really think Scotty kisses my ass that much? Really?
yes.
You make it sound like he's the biggest kiss ass.
Oh my God! To Gandhi's point earlier this week, he's the teacher's pet for sure. You could walk in there and be like, "Oh, I hate cereal," and then Scotty, he'd be like, "No, serial killers is over. I hate it too, Elvis."
He's Scotty the brown nose employee.
He totally does. First of all, watch it with the brown noses. Second of all,
You all do it. All of you.
Scotty's the worst. Because he lives to correct people. He loves it. If you add an S, like if you said backwards instead of backward, in the middle of a read, you could be 2 paragraphs in and he'll be like, "It's backward, you dumb fuck."
Well, I don't want you to sound silly.
And God forbid you say, hey, you're out there in Long Island. It's on Long Island.
Well, that's right. People from Long Island really don't like that.
Then
You're
he'll
on an
insult you
island,
with it, though. You stupid
Not in an
idiot.
island.
He hates when I
love
read
it.
my VIN number.
Garrett?
It's just a VIN.
there
It's
you
just
go.
a VIN.
So, but here's actually a great question, though, Elvis. Do you appreciate honesty, or do you enjoy the kiss assiness?
No, I'd rather kiss assiness. Absolutely. It's more pleasant for me.
Wow. Okay.
Look, if it was something like so wrong that you would
would
have
make
been
you look
embarrassed by it, I probably would have said it.
Oh,
But
so what you correct Andrew over for everything?
Well, because you're supposed to be a cereal guy and know these things.
Oh, okay,
See,
got it.
I don't mind the kiss assedness because it's pleasant. And if you're a kiss ass and I know that you're full of shit with me, I know it.
Yeah.
But we cruise right
The
through it.
way these two argue, it sounds like let's jump the shark at episode 300. Serial killers.
Well, no,
my
I tell you,
God.
we recorded
Oh,
our
they argue
300th episode
all the
yesterday,
time.
and unfortunately, there's only audio, no video, because Andrew forgot to hit record.
More bitterness. More bitterness.
Half of their podcast is them fighting. Like, honestly, about where
we
Scotty's
expect
saying he
it, though.
doesn't know anything.
That actually sounds like a podcast. Another podcast I know really well.
If they don't fight, it's not good.
Yeah.
I will say he waited until the very end, and I said, "Did you see it recording?" He goes, "No." So I'm like, "Why didn't you say
Well,
something?"
you're the video guy. I don't know.
Oh, now I'm the video guy. Got it.
Ignorance is not an excuse.
Wait, even when I sit in for Andrew, he will complain that Andrew's not there. Of course, Andrew couldn't be. He's got such a busy schedule. God
Oh, my
forbid he
God.
does his podcast.
Elvis,
This is
so
on the podcast.
From roughly 9:55 to 10:05, it's Scotty walking out there going, "Oh, Andrew, I'm so busy. I'm here on my keyboard. I'm typing and I can't do serial killers, even though Scotty has to go somewhere." It's just
Wow.
It's not passive aggressive at all.
it's aggressive.
So I
every
just figured
door.
maybe he could schedule his stuff like for after 10:30 so we can get our stuff done. That's all.
I don't understand why you guys don't have, like, okay, every Tuesday at 10 o'clock, we do it. Or
Because
every
he'll say,
whatever.
I got to get a haircut.
That was yesterday. I don't go
One
for
day.
weekly haircuts. I go once every month and a half. You dope.
Scotty will kick open everyone's door. Hey, Sam, you want to do the podcast with me? Because Andrew won't do it.
Yeah.
Because he's
I think
busy.
It really is. It's really all about Andrew. He makes it all about Andrew at all times.
He does.
Right.
You know what? I'm not going to hate. He wants my screen time. It's fine.
I think it's pretty damaging, Scotty, to talk about your co-host like that, because honestly, you're going to get the listeners and viewers on your side, and it's just going to be bad for Andrew in the long run. Trust me, I know. Because my co-host does the same thing to me. Oh, Scary's too busy being bougie. He's off on trips. And I'm like, why are you doing that? We are a team. You're a team. The two of you guys are a team. That's a partnership. You guys shouldn't be sinking each other's battleships
You know,
like that.
team members usually show up.
Oh my God.
No, the thing is, your serial killers podcast with you and Andrew has turned into the Scotty B and Andrew are going to fight podcast,
Yes.
and they may talk about a serial.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it's really turned into the two husbands that don't get along podcast. It's basically what it is.
We're trying to
Bunch of
tone that
bitches.
down just a little bit because we've been getting some feedback from people that are like, dude, it's like you two bickering brothers. It's enough. So-
Yeah, you know
More
what?
like a
They may have
husband
a
and
point.
Yeah.
But as far as kissing ass, if you guys want to kiss my ass behind my and be an asshole to me behind my back, I'm totally fine with it. I'll tell you something that happened once. I used to do this syndicated interview show every Sunday night. It was on like 300 radio stations. It was a pretty big deal. And so I was in New York, and the producer was at a studio in Los Angeles. So when he wanted to talk into my ear, it's just like, hey, it's time to go into a break. You know, tell Tears for Fears we'll be right back or whatever, because it was that old. So I could always tell when he was about to hit the button and talk to me. One night, the button got stuck, and he was talking, and I could hear every word he was saying in my ear while I was doing the show. And I was interviewing someone like Billy Joel. It was a big interview. And in my right ear, I hear, listen to this fuckhead. He's not going to take a break. I told this fucker, Elvis, fuck you, Elvis, take a fucking break. He didn't think I was listening to it.
Oh my God.
So I was having to interview Billy Joel, listen to his answers to my questions, and then respond to his answers while listening to me being called a stupid motherfucker in my ear.
Oh my God! How did you handle that?
Well, then finally he says, "All right, he's fine. Oh, look at this thing. He's finally taking a break. Thank the fuck out of you, Elvis." And we went to a break, and I called him on the phone. I said, "You're fucking welcome." I took a break. He went, "What?" So I've been listening to every word you've been saying. But when the microphone wasn't turned on, the nicest guy, complimentary, kiss my ass.
See, I don't want that. I want the people to be the same way in front of me as they are behind my back.
We
I don't
pretty
wanna-
much are.
And I'm okay with it,
Hey,
as
Elvis.
long as it doesn't get worse when I leave the room.
Can I say one thing that you did earlier this week to me, Elvis? So, okay, you know how Elvis gets treated differently by people in this company because he's Elvis,
Of
right?
course.
He's
I do
Elvis.
not.
Well, you do.
Look behind you. It says Elvis
You do.
Duran.
So there was an email, there was an issue, and somebody sent me an email. So I forwarded it to Elvis directly. And it was something that Elvis should know about because I try and keep his best interest in mind. So he gets this email, and then he keeps me on it without deleting my comments to him, and then replies all.
That's the worst.
Oh no, I did that on purpose.
I know.
I added someone to it. I wanted them to see how mad I was.
But you took it to the next level. But I kind of had a little snarky comment in there about the people that had sent me the email.
That's the worst.
Whatever.
Shit.
What are they gonna do? Fire us?
Never put it
Okay.
in writing. The pen is mightier than the sword.
Just hope they didn't scroll down, Nate. Just hope.
I don't know.
Of course they did.
Oh, God. And it's like,
Whatever. You know
So-
what? Don't you want to ever get to the point in your life where you just don't give a shit?
you
and
are at that
really-
point.
No, and I don't say don't give a shit to hurt people. I'm saying don't give a shit so people won't walk all over you.
Yeah.
That's my point.
That's a good.
So
I mean,
feel
it
free.
is definitely a fine.
That's a great point, Elvis.
Thank you, Gary.
No, it's a really, really good point. I like that point.
Best point ever.
But it is a fine line, right? You kind of have to like. I mean, I would love nothing more than to be honest with everybody in a business setting, but you really
Oh, you're the king of a shit sandwich. Let me tell you.
I love a good shit
you
sandwich.
love a good shit sandwich.
I'm a fucking master chef with shit
I was
sandwich.
taught
The problem is, though, so many times people interpret honesty as being rude or mean-spirited or like, oh, they're trying to fight. Like, no, I'm just trying to tell you the truth and cut out all the bullshit.
All the bullshit,
Because
yeah.
sugarcoating gives you cavities, Nate.
Yeah,
Just give me the shit.
I've been trying to do better. Like Danielle and I kind of help each other out with that.
Yes.
Because she's bad at
What do you
saying
mean?
no.
I'm bad at saying no, so he's trying to teach me how to say no.
Because Danielle will be like, oh, I guess if I move my schedule. I'm like, Danielle.
He's like, you don't have time. This is what he
don't have
tells me. You don't have time for this. And I go, but I really could. No, but Danielle, you really don't.
Yeah.
You really don't have time, he tells me.
And like for you
Okay.
too, Elvis, because you are such a nice guy, you will agree to stuff that I know in the long run you'll be like, well, why did we agree to this? Because you're a nice guy, but your schedule doesn't allow for that sometimes. So it's, we just got to kind of head it off at the pass before it even gets there.
Say no when you want to say no.
And then you go tell someone you love.
Another great point by Elvis.
Thank you.
You just keep.
He's full of them.
I don't,
You're
thank
a
God for
fuck.
Garrett noticing my
Great points.
You're
I mean,
brilliant.
great points.
You're so full of wisdom, Elvis.
I-
and knowledge.
I wish you would do
so much from
Can he do the unedited version of that, or are we not allowed to do that on the podcast?
I think you can.
So the backstory here is Scotty will eat a banana, but he has an ability to deep throat the entire thing, and every now and then we'll just look through the glass and he's doing it. So Andrew believes that he does it to flirt with people and to do the thing.
Well, yeah, he eats the banana on camera in front of him and then is like,
Not on
Elvis,
purpose.
I wonder how far.
Well, see, I know that's not. I know that's not possible because Scotty rarely ever has a gag reflex on bananas.
Yeah.
Rarely ever.
That is my favorite thing.
All right. All right.
funny, Elvis.
We're getting. Thank you, Garrett. You're the best. Blue ribbon for Garrett. All right. Straight Nate's giving us the wrap it. I'm sorry, Chef Nate is giving us the
yeah.
wrap it up.
Go out on a high note, baby.
Yes, chef.
What do you cook?
That was the high note.
He cooks shit sandwiches.
He grills them. All right, everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.